Hello guys, my name is Sub-Zero Exabyte and I am having a fantastic day. And I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as well, and if not yet hope you are going to have a fantastic day. But I think I know a certain way how I can make your day fantastic, and that is what we are going to do right now. Because we are going to something very dangerous. Well, not dangerous, but we are going to have a VR chat in Minecraft, so let's get right to it. But no, on a serious note, we are going to build a nice not too big house that is very much protected but also looks kind of nice, because it does need to look nice because you live there and you should feel good about where you live because you are away from. But yeah, if we are finally done picking things from our inventory, we can start to build something that is going to look absolutely stunning, because I am Sub-Zero Exabyte and I am able to build something like that. But you know what is funny? Because we made a lot of fun about this house that we just built out of coarse dirt, but you know what we are going to do now? We are using that house that we made fun of as a foundation to our new house, so we are going to build obsidian around, as you can see, but we are doing that so it is as protective as it could be. But our little dirt house looks pretty cute inside this cube of doom. But as we are going to build the cube of all dooms, which we are definitely going to call it, because that is a bomb name and we like cool names, because my name is Sub-Zero Exabyte and I personally of course think that is a nice name. But we need to keep going, because if it gets dark and all of the creepers and all of the Minecraft trolls that could possibly join my Minecraft server and then they start to troll when it is not yet done, that would not be good for business, because we need to finish it pretty quickly so none of those trolls have any chance to troll me. But I am a fast builder, so everything should be good to go and we should still be safe before the night falls. But I think this is going to be our vacation house, because I do really need a safe vacation house for personal reasons. Oh, but do not forget about the floor, because otherwise the creepers will still blow up and they could make a tunnel underneath and we would still not be safe. And the trolls can lay some TNT down and we should still be safe, because they would not dig a tunnel because they are trolls, and trolls do not have anything better to do than to lay down TNT and ignite it, or to pour a bucket of lava on top of your house and your house would then burn down. But we are not going to dig down anymore, we are just going to lay obsidian on top of this dirt and it should still be safe. I mean, it is a lot of obsidian that you need to gather with your pickaxe if you are going to build this in survival, and it is also going to require you a lot, and I mean a lot of spiderwebs. Because spiderwebs are pretty troll proof, even though you can just chop them down with a sword really quickly, but still it helps a lot. But let me tell you a story about a spider named Jeff that lived in between the two walls in a house that was also made out of obsidian, just like this house. There was no roof on that particular house, so the spider was climbing on top of the outer wall and got stuck in some spiderwebs that were not actually made by a spider, but they were just laid down by a human that was called Steve. And the spider named Jeff did not like human Steve, so he wanted to terrorize his nemesis human. He decided he could do the best by going in between the walls, and because there was no roof he did just do that. He lived in between the walls for a couple of days, but he struggled to get food, because you know he lived in a wall, so there is not much food. But lucky for him, the way he got in was the way he could get out, and because he could get out like that he can get food on the outside. So he catched some cows and stuff and he got a lot of food like that, so that was nice for Jeff, and Jeff was very happy about that, because food is happiness. And Jeff was getting a bit chubby, but Jeff did not care, because all he did was sat there in between those two walls and eat. The only exercise that Jeff got was getting the exercise from hunting, and he hunted not only cows, but in the first stage of his experience of living between the walls he only did eat cow because a lot of cows lived nearby. But he did not want to eat beef anymore. His stomach craved for some other food, because if you only eat one thing for the rest of your life it would get really boring. But on the other hand, you would know how to cook it very well, so that is nice. But he hunted some sheeps, because why have abs when you can have kebabs? But the kebab did not fill his stomach enough, because it was just some sheep. But Jeff was not happy, because Jeff did not like the kebabs and it made him sad. There was also no McDonald's, because it was Minecraft, and his roommate Steve did not cook very well. Steve did not have a clue that a spider was living there, because who in the right mind would suspect that? But the spider found out that if he hunted at night he could eat some zombies and other mobs, and he thought that was pretty rad because he liked to kill bad guys. He was really happy because he made the world a better place, and not many people like to make the world a better place, and those people are only busy with bettering their own life because that is what is important to them. But now those people still don't have anything, and Jeff did, so Jeff was happy because he at least tried to better the world. But Jeff did not yet fulfill his duty to fill his belly, and because of that he was still sad. But Steve was also sad, so they were both sad because they both did not have a good love life, because they did not have a love, neither of them, so they were sad like I already said 100 times. But Jeff was still in the walls, and Jeff did not love his life, so he decided to love someone else. But Steve was hungry as well, and Steve did not have an oven, the poor sod. So one day Jeff decided to confront Steve because they were both hungry, but Steve had meat and Jeff did not have meat. But Jeff knew how to cook, and he even had a little OPVEN in his spiderweb fort. But yeah, Steve had meat and Jeff an oven, so Jeff convinced Steve to let him cook the meat. Well, TSTVE was pretty impressed because I don't think anyone has ever seen a spider cook. But it was actually a really delicious meal, and I say that pretty funny. Delicious. Hiya, I knew that I would say it like that. Man, now I am getting hungry, and I am hungry just like Steve. Maybe I have a spider in a wall, I do not know, but it would be really cool, and I would call that spider Jeff as well, and he would be my personal cook because spiders cook delicious meals as Jeff did. But yeah, Steve had some pig meat in his possession, and Jeff made a nice meal, and Jeff cooked it good, and Steve was finally happy, and Jeff was having a good time as well. Even though they were human and spider, they had some tea as well, and they were having such a good time that they danced with each other. But I did not yet tell you how Jeff cooked with his special method, did I? No, because I was not yet done with my story, and I already started talking about something else because I get distracted pretty quickly. But anyways, fudge that entire story. What do you all think about this masterpiece with all of this lava? And the thing is that I am not done placing lava for a long time because this is like the spider webs, the liquid lava I mean by the spider webs. And these lava blocks are just for nice reasons, and that we have maximum level of security. This is like a prison because this level of security is only found in prisons, but prisons have barbed wire because prisons like barbed wire so much. But what I am curious about is why don't they just use lava man like it is 2017, like just use lava man, because convicts cannot escape trough lava because that would literally burn them because it is lava, and lava is pretty darn overpowered. But let's keep on expanding with this lava because lava is, yes, it is really overpowered. If you use your mind, you don't even need to make walls, because if you make an island high up in the sky and you let lava fall down and water as well, it will make a cobblestone wall, and then you don't have to spend money on the people that build walls. But if we just let this lava that we are going to place float on top of the grass, it will spread a couple of blocks away, and then we have more security around the house. But now that I think about it, there is no actual way to get in the house, and that is a little problem, because if you play in survival you cannot just fly over the walls and into our nice house. But on the other hand, the mobs and all of the trolls can't get in as well, so that is, it looks empty. We cannot fly in an empty rocket. It would simply not start. What should I get to fuel the rocket? Maybe I could search up rocket fuel or something like that. Yes, I think just fuel should do the trick. I surely hope I am not flying with United Airlines. Maybe I would get dragged out of my seat. How do I use this thing that I just took out of the inventory? Where do I put or build the thing? I have no clue where I should put it. Do you see all of this snow? Did you know that it is best to eat white snow? Don't you ever dare to eat yellow snow. Yellow snow does not taste like what it looks like. It looks like some kind of lemon ice cream. In the meantime, I have put the device down. I think I should put some fuel in the strange thing. But what fuel should I put in it? I really don't know. Maybe we could fuel it with the snow. If the snow is yellow. Yes, what do we know about fuel? Fuel is yellow. So is yellow snow. They both don't taste very good. Wait, did I just crack the code here? I just placed the yellow snow into the fuel loader, but it says that it does not have enough power. Wait, we must place a lot of these buckets that are filled with the yellow snow into this so-called fuel loader. If we just melt enough yellow snow, we can have a lot of buckets, and we then can proceed with fueling this fuel loader. If we keep doing it like this, we should be there in no time. Let's go a bit down and get rid of the empty buckets. Do not do this in real life because that could damage the environment. That is a nice word. Let's get rid of all of these buckets that we emptied into the rocket. Do you guys know where we are going to go with our rocket that we just built it? As the title already says, we are going to the farm. Did you know Neil Armstrong has made a step on the farm? He was actually the first one to ever do that. Wow, what an amazing man that Neil Armstrong is. Let's go back to the rocket and see if it can fly yet, because I really want to go to the farm. The farm could just be a giant beaver. If you Google farm and scroll down a bit, you will see what I mean. My god, why can't this darn rocket fly? I just want to go to the farm and explore for a bit because the farm is freaking awesome. They say that there is water on the farm. If there is water, we can build a boat. Wow, I think boat is a really dank word. Boats are great. Have you ever wanted to be a pirate on a pirate ship? Well, this fueled up baby is just that. It apparently is fueled up, so we should be able to fly in a couple of seconds. It just needs to power up at the moment. We have to wait a couple seconds. See, it just turned yellow, just like the snow that we fueled the thing up in the first place. We are going to the farm, guys. Are you not hyped for that? Could this rocket fuel up just a bit faster, please? Hey, do you guys see John Cena over there? Neither do I, because you can't see John Cena. The Invisible Man just got married with Nikki Bella. Aren't they cute together? For now, let's just concentrate on getting this bad boy into the air and onto the farm. We will feel like Neil Armstrong. A great step for the mankind and a good leap for all of the humanities. We should be good to go with the rocket filled up and all of the other things look to be in order. Let's leave this world. It is shaking so much. Why is it doing that? I guess we will never know. Just a couple seconds more and we are off into the Milky Way. I am ready to go, rocket. Let's go whenever you feel like going. I am just preparing myself to take this flight. As you may hear from my voice, I am pretty nervous to what is going to happen. Wait, it felt like we just took off with our ship. Would it not be nice if we could turn on the radio in this thing? Too bad there is not a radio. But what are we going to do while we are on this journey? I think I am going to tell all of you a story that happened to me a couple of years ago. The year was 1998. I was on a ship that flies like this one. It was a rocket ship. It was only a lot bigger than this ship. Me and my crew were told there was a lot of gold in a ship that only appears when there is a full farm. The day was the first day of Easter. Just like today, there was a full farm and we were all prepared to board that particular ship. We were searching for a couple of hours without any luck. But after a couple more hours, the call was made that the spotter had seen a pair of rocket sails in the distance. Our captain of the ship had a quick look and confirmed it was the ship that we were looking for. We needed to gain some speed, so we raised all of the sails. It felt like we were warping trough time for some reason. We were going so fast. It was just unreal. We lost the enemy ship for a while when we had the option to go to a couple of different directions. We found the ship again and decided it was best to gain even more speed to catch up with the ship that contained the gold. We got closer and we went in for a look to know what the ship's name was. It was the ship we were looking for. We were loading up the cannons on the port side and we were gathering to confirm the plan. The captain told us we were going to shoot at around 500 feet. We did just that and the ship tried to flee. We quickly catched up and shot it down near the coast of a random planet in the middle of the Milky Way. The crew of the enemy ship ran onto the forest on the planet with all their guns and possessions, including all of that gold. They set up camp and sent out recon troops to spot if my crew were going in for the gold. But we were smarter than that. After a few days we decided that it was best that we went in. We took the escape pods and safely got to the floor. We saw some enemies on the planet, but they did not see us bouncing around just yet. We got out of our escape pods and onto our next way of transportation. That was the farm cart, a handy type of car that is built to ride around on the farm. It has a satellite and some pretty lit wheels. It only has one seat and we admired it for a bit. There were a lot of creatures on that planet, creatures that had to be taken down to get to the gold. I suddenly got hungry for some waffles. I looked for waffles in my inventory but I could not find any waffles. But even though I was very hungry, I stopped the urge to eat. I was still hungry but I was going to fight for me food man. I whipped out a diamond sword to hunt down some space creepers. Maybe they taste like waffles. Darn it, now I am hungry again. Do you see how they have little backpacks on their backs? That is one of the cutest things I have ever seen. And I have seen some cute things. I have seen a baby hedgehog in my time. Have you seen a baby hedgehog in your time? No, I did not think so, my mate. Look at those teeny tiny jetpacks that they are wearing. There are even skeletons that are wearing the cute jetpacks. Let's hunt them down just for some good fun. Let's return to the escape pod first though, because maybe we can make something out of the darn thing. We cannot live in it or do anything else because it is too tiny to sleep in. We have to destroy it for greater purposes. What is that we just got? Is that just the rocket that we took to get here in the first place? Well, it is nice to have it, I guess. I still feel hungry for some kills. Maybe we can see some creatures over there. Oh my god, do you see this as well? These spiders also have the backpacks that I think are cute. Kokolinkle? I think not. These backpacks help the creatures to get around. Just like Sandy the squirrel in SpongeBob, they also have these astronaut helmets. If you enjoyed watching SpongeBob man, comment down below something near the lines of Sandy riding that big fudging worm in that one episode. Maybe we can find that worm today on the farm. I think the farm has worms, because why would the farm not have worms? That just does not make any sense to me in my mind. Why am I thinking about worms when I can think about waffles and feel a lot better than that? I'm thinking about worms. But that is it for today's video, people. I hope you liked it, and as always I will see you back in the next one.